On HBO Max over the holiday, Warner Brothers has released Wonder Woman 1984. As you can see from Raymond's background, everybody loves Raymond. The Gal Gadot project, has gone on a separate journey from the overall Justice League. I'm the only one who's seen it. Now, I'm going to keep my thoughts on it to myself, but I'm just, because of what's been said on the internet in the general reviews, I just wanted to put that out as a topic. Gentlemen, what have you heard about the movie? Because I guess I'd like to get just your, off the cuff thoughts on first of all, did you want to see a Wonder Woman 1984? What are your expectations? I guess would be the best thing to start off with.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I definitely wanted to see a Wonder Woman 2. I don't know how much I wanted a Wonder Woman 1984 specifically. I can't think of too many movies set back in the 80s short of Hot Tub Time Machine that have really done the 80s justice. So it'll be interesting to see how this takes on that. But it's been interesting. I've heard two kind of conflicting rumor mills around this. When I've been, masked up and socially distant, shopping late night at a food store when it's empty, I hear the, clerks and the two or three people who are there talking about it rather positively. I feel like I've heard more positive things about it from random strangers than anything else. However, friends on social media feeds and whatnot have a lot more in the way of some specific concerns and complaints and things that the movie does that I don't quite fully understand because I haven't seen it yet, but that give it a lot more of a critical eye than I've heard. So it's definitely intending on seeing it. We'll probably be getting I think they have a deal right now for 20% off for 6 months or something. So I'll probably be picking that up shortly and look forward to seeing it eventually.
Interesting. Now, Ray and I have been talking about movies for years, and one of the things we always were jawing about was the comic book universes. And Ray, what have you heard? I mean, Logan, that's interesting that you get that little bit of a two-tone there. Some that are like it's great, some that are like a little more critical. Ray, what have you heard so far?
Well, I'm also getting mixed reviews. I mean, first of all, I'm really looking forward to this movie for two reasons. They shot the scene in Landmark Mall, which is the mall that I grew up in, basically. Just to show you how much it hasn't changed all throughout these years. The second one is I've seen all the Linda Carter Wonder Womans, including the one in the 70s when she comes back in the 70s and 80s. And I kind of got that same vibe when I was seeing the trailers, where she's wearing this pretty much the same outfit that Linda Carter was wearing for her. I think Linda Carter was working for an organization, a government organization, and she was wearing that pretty much the same type of outfit and stuff like that. So I'm kind of curious to see where they're going with this. I have a feeling that they're doing this sort of like to stick close to the series without actually, it being exactly what the series is, because it's a double-edged sword. It can work both ways. I mean, if you stick too much to the series, then it's kind of like, super, not the Christopher Reeve Superman, the one that came after that and prior to the other Superman, basically.
Oh, the Brandon Ruth one?
Huh?
The Brandon Ruth one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Superman Returns,
yeah. And then the opposite way is you go completely off track, that it really just, especially for the fandom. It could turn out to be disappointing. But yeah, I've heard mixed reviews. And like in social media, yes, it's saying that it's not as quite as good as the first Wonder Woman.
And I do have some insights as to the production of this one versus the old one. I'll say that for a little while, but that's a great comparison, Ray, in regards to the classic serial, the 1970s, 80s, geez, and I think it was OSI.
OSI, that's it. Yeah, OSI.
I don't even know how I pulled that, but yes.
Yeah, it was OSI, and there was this the main brain computer. What's his name? Oh,
geez, yeah. It was literally just a box with lights.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like all computers back in the, the 90s. The 80s, 70s. Geez. OSI, yes, yeah, quite a secret organization. Kenny, what are your thoughts? Are you a Wonder Woman fan? Are you looking forward to it? Do you plan on seeing it?
Would love to see it.
I think we might have. Oh, Kenny, I think we lost you. I think OSI is shutting us down.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back, Kenny. You're back. I'm sorry. We missed
All right.
30 seconds. What you said.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, loud and clear. There you go. Let's see here.
So not having HBO Max makes it a little difficult.
It does, yeah.
So, but I would like to see it. I really enjoyed the first one. I've read comic books a majority of my life. I usually lean more towards Marvel instead of DC, but so I didn't grow up a Wonder Woman fan. But Gal Gadot has really sold Wonder Woman to me. So I think she's done very well. She did very well in the first Wonder Woman film. I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, no, and I like exactly what you're bringing up there is apps. I concur. I think Gal Gadot, of the list of brunettes that had some physicality to them, I liked what she brought to the role. Don't know if she's ever going to win an Oscar with that acting, but then again, she's playing a comic book character. I don't think we're going to get that Joaquin Phoenix or that Heath Ledger or that Robert Downey Jr. performance. Still enjoyable. I want to just fill in some of the gaps in regards to the production of the first one and this one, and why they may have a different type of a flavor, if you will. Patty Jenkins directed the first one, did a great job. I admired her work. She did Munster with Charlize Theron and Christina Ricci back in the day, and then Wonder Woman, who was her first foray into the superhero universe. And she directed it, did not write it. She wrote this one. So I will just say that without giving, and I don't want to, feed into one way or another. It is definitely a different tone and a different story structure than you got in the first one. So that's probably one of the reasons why. And it is very yellow, very vibrant with 80s pastels and Ray, thanks for bringing up that point about Landmark Mall up here in the DC area. I honestly, I thought it was a Crystal City Mall, but now that you say that, it makes sense. And it makes perfect sense because unfortunately around, I don't know if it was due to COVID, but that mall did get shut down. So it is just empty space. So that would have been perfect set for them to shoot a mall scene.
Yeah, it was way before COVID. That mall really did not do well.
No, it died like the 80s. So,
Yeah,
malls, I mean, come on. When's the last time you were hanging out at a mall? Don't answer that. Anyway, let's digest a little bit more of the DC Marvel. Not because I think Logan and I did a podcast about that a long time ago.
did.
Yes, that's a rabbit hole for you. But Kenny, you said that you read mostly Marvel, and also did you ever read Wonder Woman comics, or was that kind of on the peripheral or as part of a whole? When they did like Justice League, did you ever read any?
Yeah, it was more. Yeah, it was more Justice League that I read. I didn't read the individual Wonder Woman. I actually only just got back into DC when they did the Rebirth. The New 52. That's when I got back into DC Comics. The Green Lantern and Flash are probably my biggest DC characters that I enjoy reading about. So that's what's in the majority of my collection.
I'm really curious to get your thoughts on the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds.
That's a long story.
I think Ryan would agree with you.
Yes.
Yep.
It was long.
As he did in Deadpool 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And speaking of which, I believe I don't know if it's still on hiatus, but they were trying to make a Flash movie starring Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. You looking forward to that, Kenny? And what are your thoughts overall at these comic to movie adaptations? Don't get me wrong. I think the jury's kind of in that Marvel's been killing it, with all the different directors. But what are your thoughts about DC? I mean, obviously they've been going a slightly different path.
So I agree.
Oh,
I think they just cracked the code.
Oh, Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I mean,
yeah.
I tend to agree because, see, honestly, I feel that Wonder Woman is the best Gal Gadot has made the best adaptation of Wonder Woman. But the fact of the matter is, they are kind of, when someone sets when you go through, the first Superman, the first with what's his name? Oh gosh,
George Reeves.
No, the current one.
You're talking about Brandon Routh?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I mean, I know they're starting off with different, starting off way differently than Marvel, but as soon as you try to follow the trend, that kind of like right now, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think I can see that the 1984 Wonder Woman is the answer to Ragnarok with all pastel 80s type of what do you call it? 80s type of Flash Gordon type of look, stuff like that. So I mean, it's I would have, I think that it's nice that they're trying to do this, but it's it just, the fact that it's so they're trying to, they're trying to follow the path of Marvel is not actually, it's not actually that good a strategy.
Gotcha. Sometimes you got to do the work. You can't just copy off somebody else's.
Exactly. like this image right here. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I want to get your guys' thoughts on it when you do actually see it.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen it, and it's definitely not a Marvel film. I will agree with that. There are flashes of Stranger Things, if you will. But again, I will just stick by my comment that Patty Jenkins wrote and directed this one, for whatever that's worth.